Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Tonight we explore an interesting set of puzzles. Car is locked. Okay. Open the glove compartment first. Remember that letter. Inserting the Lorelei and the Laser Eyes software, please read the instruction booklet to ensure proper handling and maximum enjoyment. Okay. Welcome to this little hotel. Who are you? We're the visitors. This game is to find the truth. The most out of this game, play in a quiet and dimly lit environment with pen and paper at hand. This game requires knowledge of real-life systems like the 24-hour clock, Roman numerals, Arabic numbers, and other such-like concepts. Parts of this game deal with and depict sensitive subjects and themes. Player discretion is advised. Okay, contextual controls. Go any button to interact. Send a directional input, it seems. The instructions read allows you to view various information you come across during your adventure. On the main page, you can monitor various information about the player character's status, needs, and health. You can also review how much of the truth has been recovered. A 100% truth recovery is not needed to complete the game. Photographic memory. Every letter, document, note, and other important information found throughout the game is stored in the play character's memory. This information can be retrieved and viewed at any time. Compositions allow you to see what the player character is currently carrying in her bag. Note about each object's provenance, characteristics, and such can also be viewed from here. Mental notes keep track of things to do. When a task is presented itself in the game, a note is made and is visible on the screen for a few seconds. These tasks are stored for later viewing in the mental notes. A dark crossed out when cleared. Personal history keeps a chronological record of events which have occurred in the game. This includes character encounters, new locations found, etc. After finding a bite-sized system, you will also want to access it through the introspection screen. So we see the computers. So there is no autosave. So we'll need to manually save at the end of each stream. I think you'll find American dollars. The different rewards you can purchase with them are not required to complete the game. Remember dollars wisely, the amount is finite, and new things purchased might be discovered as you progress. In and around the hotel you will encounter bolted shortcuts. Opening them is not required to complete the game, which can make traversal quicker. How to unlock shortcuts is hidden within the hotel. Okay. Pay attention to Owl Mask dialogue. Okay, revolve means we have to be very ready to answer correctly. Okay. Let's look at the photo. Okay. Let's read the letter. Signorina, as discussed, I'm expecting the arrival at Hotel Letzte Jar on January 7th next year. This project is my magnum opus, the mother goose of all birds. It is my firm belief that you can help me transcend the limitation of art for humans. We'll put on a show for the eyes of the cosmos. Abimo pectore. Nero. Okay. Listen to the radio. There's just a little jingle. I suppose so. I'll listen to the radio and drive, I suppose. And what start? Let's log it. Lorenzo the Great. Let us knock at the door. Tickets. We do not presently have ticket. We do have an objective to unlock the caravan. So we do not have a key for the gate to the cemetery. But we do have them at least noted for future curiosities. I do so love this game's visual style. Let's begin with taking the letter from this adorable dog here. Inspect the corner first. So, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. A mystery starts in previous correspondence. Find the year. (1962) or 1963 would be present year, I think. Well, so we are being watched. There's nothing else over here other than our little visit from Rudy. Okay. Handwritten notes like lockgate, feed dog, and right handwritten notes. There's a typed letter. Signorina, you were as expected, clever like the mouse who finds the fresh carrot among mouldy cheese. Forgive the strange welcome with a locked gate and a black dog. To be sure to keep uninvited guests away. Meet me inside. Our journey 116 years back in time is about to begin. The past is the key to the future. Buona fortuna. Okay, so we now have a bite-sized gaming system. Okay, so we do not have a game that we can install presently. We can utilize a calculator if need be. So 116 years in the past. Which is currently... So I'll bring us back to 1847. Okay. Okay, so we need to provide a total of 2014. So we know... Okay, so... I'm thinking to start here. That brings us to 1992. Okay. Good introduction to the kind of puzzles we'll be dealing with, I think. Hello, Rudy. Alright. We found our first American dollar. So this is such of creator, artist. There's another American dollar over there. Should I be diligent in my curiosities here as well? Magician and dreamer. So, bloody footprints. Hmm. We know nothing of this particular shortcut presently. Is that a different gate? Possibly. What is over here? So we have another American dollar at our disposal. We need the other side for this. Reasonable enough. Okay. Let's follow footsteps for now. So we're talking about. Let's listen in. Laser Eyes is a nice title. Bob Hamburger. Okay, so what can we find here? There's about something in the hotel. Missing. Swift pages. I haven't seen the lost pages last seen in my typewriter January 13th. The content has cosmic or personal value. There is a substantial reward for finding all 9 of them. Please deliver them personally. I'm seeing in room 1963. Exhibition. Second floor, open all day, free admission. Among the many portraits, lithographs, and sculptures in the collection of Hotel Let's de Jar, guests and visitors are welcome to visit the exhibition hall on the second floor. We are currently hosting the absorbing mixed media work of Lorelei Weiss, as well as our sending showing of Renate Schwarzwald in the Scorpio paintings. Okay, second floor open. To the enlightened. Have you taken the challenge to knowledge and are ready to step out into a world of true art? Are you the foretold? Nauseous Mulia? We welcome you, the real connoisseur, to see it all in the Red Gallery on the second floor. So, Red Gallery. Guided ghost tour with dinner. Backyard, sign up required. Brave the haunted dark nooks and crannies of a hotel and soak up the atmosphere of centuries past. Our nightly ghost tour is exclusive to our bravest guests, as the old building is home to a wide variety of spirits, good and bad. Most famously, the Countess, who is said to stalk the hallways in search of her eyes. But who knows, perhaps you will also be invited to find into the many hidden passages on the tour. Please observe that pre-registration is required and that children are only allowed in the company of an adult. For dealing in magic show locations, TBA, free for hotel guests. Since opening, the mystery of magic and fortune-telling has been synonymous with Hotel Lestage. Our guests can meet with the local mystic or enjoy his mysterious magic show, but be aware, he always has a trick up his sleeve. Quiz night, secret location only for members. Feeling knowledgeable? Try joining the Secret Quiz Club. Hotel Lestage is the proud home of Europe's most trying trivia nights. I'll try. Well, try finding it in the first place. To those who find their way to the hallways of wisdom, we promise an elite quiz which will challenge your awareness, perhaps even put your survival skills to the test. Welcome, darling. Congratulations on being first. How are you doing tonight? Has anyone seen our document tools? Please come by our temporary studio in the basement if you know their whereabouts. Thank you. Okay, so we found a few possible leads. There's a service. We have nothing to utilize with an espresso machine currently. Okay, hold on. Terrible animal plus automobile. Well, it's going to take some tracking. Thus far, things are straightforward enough. We'll see how long that holds up. Okay. I can use our dollars here, but no. I'll require a shortcut from the other side. WC door. He's actually... Ah. Of course we'll wash our hands. Indeed. Another drawing board. Monologues is 20. Okay, so it's symmetric, which means should be 260. I believe there were 13 there. Okay. So now we have access to part of a map. Shredded poster. Is it not? Do we not rearrange it directly? Do we have to interpret it based on... Oh no, here we are. Okay. That took a little bit. Improvisation. Okay. This is the Great and his magical roses. It'll be important. Something Lorenzo related. What precisely that will entail, we could figure out another time. Okay, there's an escape act. So no chains. Lorenzo the Great. Oh, another American dollar. Okay, so we have both of... So we have these two sorted. Oh, that was the other side. Okay. These. Pages are torn out. Okay. So this will be important for solving one of the equation. In the recurring themes of gambling, Nero's comment about cards in a 1960s interview in Technique and Photography comes as no surprise. There is magic in cards. My childhood friend Gino could do things with cards that I have never seen since. He was good with tricks. Little Gino. Il Bruto. A horrible gambler. He never realizes in order to win you have to cheat. He was a simple boy who relied on luck. The game was rigged. Cheating is part of the game. The cult always had a hold on Nero from his scrapbooks, and indeed his works, which often included elements like crystal gazing, tarots, and such. We can surmise that he was particularly interested in soothsaying. He once said to Claudio Piccini, editor of the Etymologist's Dream, that he did not need to see the finished cut. He had already seen the whole film with a prophetic vision. He often said in interviews that he did not believe in fate, but to friends he often spoke about different methods to see the future. Contradictions are contrary to my belief, he famously wrote to his worst critic, Paul Dumont. His relationship with money was complex. He would often gamble and frequently said that magic and money walk side by side in art. Yet he would contradictively, as often claim, that money stifled creativity, calling it a red, man-eating beast. Whenever he had won big, he would buy a new black suit and gladly spent money on diffuse creative endeavors, which were often left unfinished. He would frequently donate money to a local dog shelter, since there were no anti-cat shelters to be found. Several friends and acquaintances have told stories about how Nero would carry around large amounts of cash in grocery bags, or in his pockets, which often resulted in him misplacing or losing them altogether. Besides the technical aspects, Nero had little interest in all spectacles created in Cine Terzo. The apparatus was too big to create anything which would not be controlled by outside forces. In one of Nero's many manifests, there is a satirical proposal claiming that only dictators should be allowed to direct films. The holiness of creative control is a recurring theme in Nero's scribblings and work. As time passed, his opinion would swing, and he instead regarded being out of control as the only viable way to create art. Surrendering to the ether, Nero calls it in another manifest. Nero's time at Cine Terzo is rarely spoken of, but he spoke of it briefly, and admittedly vaguely, in a 1959 interview with Swedish TV's Lars Hyland. I heard the whispers in the stomach of the behemoth Cine Terzo. The old vanguard, survivors from the silent era. I knew that there was an ancient conspiracy. I wanted in. Nero hated distinctions and swung like a pendulum between art house and exploitation. The majority of his body of work isn't entirely inaccessible. A Dog Like All the Dogs is still frequently aired on TV in Italy and Germany, and Automobile is constantly screened at cult movie festivals. His work has found an audience, but Un Animal Terribile definitely ended his already limited commercial appeal. Nero would cross the line between eccentric and madman, and the distributor abandoned the film after its initial premiere. The first and only cinema Cinema Sostenuto project was a Trojan horse. An American studio, likely not too familiar with his earlier work, had been convinced that Nero could create a cheap Gothic horror film, which was in vogue at the time. Had they read Nero's attached manifest, it is unlikely they would have given him assent. Later after the proposal suggested, hopefully jokingly, the audience should be lined up and shot after each screening. He had a great interest in technique, and his friend Kaya Gartz remembers their visit to the Electronic Arts Symposium well. He called the whole exhibition a one-potato meal, but he kept coming back to Weiss's parodic computer, which failed at every task given. It aligned well with his thoughts about machines passing humans, while still being inept at everything, since they were built by morons. He called Weiss a woman with laser eyes and said that he already knew they would soon work together. Another American dollar to one name. Okay. So, this will be important for referencing okay. So we'll read these primarily at the moment to ensure that we can fall back to them for reference material. We'll probably read them in full at a later point. For now, I'm curious to see what other things we can find. So we have the map of the cellar, of which almost everything we know is locked. So we would need to find okay. So most of these seem stuck in the shelves at the moment. Okay. So what? So okay, so we need to find what point we need that one at. So I'm not here to brute force things, but this is definitely guiding us to one of these books, in theory. Ah. Okay, so that's... So we would need to know something a little bit more first, and then we can consider trying to open things. Otherwise... Oh, hold on. So there is... Can we have the code for this particular document, which the last puzzle for it was in the same room. Would that be the case here as well? Wait, hold on. You know, they're still discussing things. That is... Okay, so as far as our... So we can find on the first floor. So there is a... Okay. My door is locked. Okay. will take some reference points elsewhere, I believe. It's PDC. Which I'm missing a portion. Requires a little bit more exploration. Presumably. It blocks the way. Exhibition opening 2014. The Ace of Hearts. Is that the padlock? Order. The etymologist's dream. Was mentioned in one of the documents. We don't have a way of meaningfully wielding this information presently. Okay, another tomb. Nothing to place within the forehead of sculpture presently. It's a shortcut from the other side. Okay. So we need to learn something about okay, so we have another Lorenzo puzzle. So we have another one of these sorted in our head. So we need to utilize time. Option for that. Now it is highlighted. See what else we can discover with our wanderings. Always waving. There might be a reason behind this 2014 door. Okay, we do not have a key for it, presumably. We don't have a car key at the moment. Alright. So many Lorenzo posters. Getting them sorted bit by bit. 1847 door. So many lot pans and curiosities. There's no one there. Again, espresso machine with no coffee on hand. The locked door. The 3-number padlock. Okay, so we do have another Lorenzo poster. Garlands into keys. Alright, that's... So in order to make further progress, we would need to start putting together some of these padlocks. So we also have all... We do have all of the magic posters, just... Question of how to translate them. So that was our... Okay, hold on. Patience TBA. So... We do have all of these available to us. We have a reference for the Greek alphabet. All of my heart. Okay. So we have these reference points. Okay, so this is for a shortcut. Ah. Hmm. Degrees after 0 is certainly a strange way to convey time. Okay. This one would be 67 because the first number is the number of sides on the outside shape. The second number is the inside. This would require understanding dice positioning. Hmm. Well, the question mark 7 this time. That's cute. Okay, so there's quite a few puzzles for solving these shortcuts. Mental notes. Okay, so that one was shortcut 16. So we have... Oh! Ah, sorry. Alright, so... Okay, so... The dice puzzle is this one. Okay, so we need the answer for 16. Bottom floors of Germania, forming with 3 floors of 2 columns. So the code I called Agatha's detective for a hint. People from the country. I should count my teeth. Okay, first we'll talk to the man. Signorina, I'm happy like 1,000 children to see you. Please forgive my absence. I had some matters I needed to discuss with the Americans. Let's ask about the project. First things first, Signorina. You must above all get to know this house. After all, it is your art that will reveal all its secrets and memories. This is crucial to the project. I'll keep quiet for now. Now, Signorina, if you would excuse me, as you will see raindrops fall on man and hedgehog alike. I have to go and clean off all this red paint. Call me on my room number about your findings. We must uncover everything. So, 1963. Okay. Signorina, you will of course be needing your room key. At the reception desk. Good luck, Bella. Okay, so we have a reference for a number of individuals. Painting in the garden. Okay, to whom the concern is that Mr. Nero has contracted you to work on his project. We are writing to let you know that we are not involved in any capacity with Mr. Nero nor any of his projects as of late last year. Anyone choosing to still associate with Mr. Nero after receiving this letter will be regarded as complicit in Mr. Nero's game. Furthermore, my personal advice for your safety is to not engage with Mr. Nero, as it has been proven time after time that his behavior is erratic, perhaps even dangerous. Wonderful. I will definitely need to keep it in mind, because I've not found the shortcut for it yet. I need to find... Once I find shortcut number 4, it'll be relevant, which... Lord knows when that'll be. So... Hmm. Ah, that'll be it. An interesting way to convey numbers with this particular system. We get an American dollar, and we get key for room 2014. One bolted from the other side. Redeemed. So I'm still curious. So I don't think I found anything related to this particular individual. Okay, so I'm just find another thing akin to this. Okay, so is that relevant in the telephone directory? Or 67720. Similarly, okay, no. We can access the elevator if we presumably call this number. Which was... Let's also save while we're here. So, telephone directory. So, +4 467720. I mean, broken! Oh. Oh. I'm indeed. Is that a problem? Oh. They are indeed. Welcome, Ash. How are you doing today? Signorina! When your horse barks, one has made a mistake. There was a misunderstanding about the elevator. It couldn't be trusted. It should be working now. I see. Please, Signorina, forget about Hausmeister. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. So I now have access to the elevator. In theory. Okay, so... There was also a curiosity around... We don't have many access to maps here currently. where it was that I'd found number 16. That's not clock, which was missing information for. That's padlock, which actually something I didn't actually go for. Zone dell'Oceano. Not being able to from the other side. Locked, we don't have a code for it. Or we can add it to the list of things to tackle in due time. We need to figure out the phase of the moon for a journal. Indeed, they definitely recommend it. Oh, actually, hold on. Resolve the woman painting in the garden, in theory. We cannot actually remember this particular... So. Sides painted. Okay. There was a man by the gate, was there not? Look, hat. Only got inside the hat. A math-magician without you may be met in the enchanted pleasure of entertaining you this evening. Complete me. Lorenzo the Great. So that gives us... two halves, theoretically, of a code. But are they the same code? Is a question that one cannot be presumptuous about. This was for shortcut number 16. This would be... You can, in fact, pet the dog. How many teeth does a human being have? Question I've not found relevant until this very moment. That is perfectly fine. I appreciate you knowing that offhand. Okay, that's the other side of a shortcut. So... Okay, so we do have these added to our memory at every given moment. Thank goodness for that. Very important indeed. So we need to find puzzle from... Looking around for a puzzle again. We also probably try to cash in on some of our... It says the Ace of Hearts, which one would presume could be tied... Well, hold on. Oh, no, we need on this side to get that key. You see that key hanging there? There's a large wooden object here which we cannot interact with. So we are mostly dealing with these kinds of puzzles currently. So there's the journal. There's a language box, which we have all these in our memory currently. And we have no pages in Lorelei Vice. Okay, so that's not tied into that particular tidbit. It was worth a shot when we had some degree of guidance. Alright, we probably should, for now, opt to simply call the number. Pronto. Signorina, have you found anything new in the house? Ask for some advice. Remember, the chef never counts the mice. Signorina, is that all? There's no news. Take your time. Okay. Alright, so our next bit of guidance directly would be in the room that we have a key for, 2014. Because we'll need information on some of these films or plays to start solving some of these doors, in theory. So there's a broken mirror. A maze lithograph. It's like empty video cassette boxes. Okay, so these will be... Okay, very important. Ace of Hearts in general. We'll read over what these are in a moment, partially because... Okay. Okay, cinema does not need people to exist. A piece of art exists in itself and for itself. All art can and should not be for mankind. We must make special cinemas for showing movies that transcend the human experience and shift the perspective from the viewer. Such a cinema has no need for chairs or popcorn, and it has no room or need for people at all. The projectionist starts the film and is given ample time to vacate before the credits. Then the show begins. No chatter, no commercials, no inane questions about the plot. Pure cinema, untarnished by greedy eyes. Do not presently have a cassette. Interact. So hold on. Clipboard, name of resident. So there's blank and blank. Not for complete reason to mobility states blank. It's likely that Miss Blank's condition is blank. Lately has been receptive to verbal communication. Nurses have seen noticeable reactions when mentioning things such as family members, friends, places she's visited, or things related to her work. It is believed that this verbal stimuli is beneficial for Miss Blank. The care team intends to provide more information about Miss Blank. This will be encouraged to communicate with Miss Blank using any verbal stimuli the care team finds advisable. Do you even have guidance on this yet? Let's go to the ladder first. There's a document tool. Okay. Not found any guidance for that yet. That's asleep. Let us not wake her up currently. Oh, it's a room, Signorina. Before I interact with you, let me save. Was it what you expected? I'll compliment the room choice. I was certain you would like it. It was perfect for you. It is made for dreaming. Now, Signorina, about to ask you the most important thing. To bring the script pages like we agreed. Some of the pages are lost. Signorina, Signorina. The problem bigger than a jackpot. Very big problem. I suppose we will find out how it ends. I should make it a very high priority to bring them to me. I can keep an eye out for them. Ah, we can now enter the Red Gallery. Normal writing the thoughts of person as they are formed. 9 slates, some containing letters from a seemingly nonsensical word, seem to grow as ideas on the subject's forehead. The piece is cryptic, even maze-like. It really lets us use our imagination to project our own ideas onto its slates. So we need to utilize the keypad and find... Let's follow the ghost. Why not? MDCCC. XLVII. So... Seems like... Ah, hold on. To deals the visual here. Okay. That is a cute way of layering a puzzle. Okay. Which one was shortcut number 6? North is 0, south is 30. East and west. Would theoretically be 60? 45 plus 15? Okay. This brings us technically... Ah, this is a 2-part shortcut. Maybe even a 3-part shortcut. Very interesting. Okay, so we've acquired an American dollar from beneath a sledgehammer. There's a hole in the floor. Yeah, no jumping down. Not yet, at least. Okay, so this is tied into that photo. Let's start. Red glass shard. So there's a broken key. Um. Okay. Okay. It does look similar to that. I'll use this for later key. But also, in that case... I was also thinking... When I first put it together, I also thought of the Lorenzo posters immediately, until I noticed the 1847 sitting in blood next to the corpse as I went to re-interact with it. But this does create a very interesting reference for understanding these posters. Potentially. Or maybe not. Still missing a little bit. Putting that together, but we have... I suppose that is the key for the... Okay, so we get a crank. So we need to follow these and find where they lead, all in due time. Okay, that's sword. So, sword, arrow, scale, scythe. Let's keep her next to the gate. 1847. Okay. So if north is 4, east is 1, west is 8, and then south is 7, which means... we're going... East, west, north, south. And I immediately messed that up. I got my east and west backwards. Okay. These will be important later on. We have a... No worries, I do still appreciate it. Okay, so 1798. What is my destiny? Islands. Caves. Island far away. Sulawesi. The cave where they started thousands of years ago. Do you wish to hear more? Not currently. We'll come back later. Ah, there's a key in a tree. An E-shaped key. There's a hole. Why is going further down? Okay, we at least have some forward momentum. And such rewards for curiosity. So... oil and canvassing, mostly used the talents in trading in traditional paintings for landscapes and portraits. What follows motifs became more and more minimal, sometimes even simple by the end of her life. Later work would often include mystic symbols, some not deciphered to this day. So, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Sun. So reference points, I presume. Zero was a reasonable attempt, I feel. Because we are dealing with a 5-letter puzzle that seems to be referencing this, primarily. Okay, we can solve this puzzle as well by utilizing information about the Ace of Hearts. Gambler Roberto loses a bet to the one-eyed radical Lori. To cancel his debt, she wants him to infiltrate the military-industrial complex. When Roberto inadvertently causes an international diplomatic crisis during a game of cards, Lori decides that nuclear war is unavoidable. In the name of peace, they form the terror group, the Ace of Hearts, to speed up the process. So, the code for this one will be flipped upside down. Apologies, seem to have swallowed something incorrectly. It is fully upside down. It will leave the code. No, it should be 561, I think. No, 2561. There we are. That one works. My brother, my worries were not without cause. Things have started to appear. A red hallway behind a clock. A theatre. The Baroness changing and speaks in a puzzling tongue. Minutes and hours are years. At this very moment, time is the year. She said as if it was a rehearsed line from a play. Crimson Bee skulks these halls now, playing strange games and whispering horrible words. It was a swallow all. Tonight, if such a time even exists, we are invited to a performance. Something will happen. There is violence in the air. Abbiamo pectore, o brother. Time is the year. Ah. Okay, so 6:47. Okay, and that gets us a floppy disk. Okay, so we actually can utilize all of this information now. So 3142 as far as the year of the etymologist stream. An ordinary librarian finds the indecipherable book 1,000 years ago in his library. The words within puzzle him, and his research leads him to an underground book club where he befriends Anne. She takes him to a fortune teller, and in the crystal they see that R wrote 1,000 years ago himself. So, 1954 gets remixed to 5149. Dear brother, I arrived at Blank yesterday. It is decayed, dark, and much too large for the Baronine herself. Your prophecy was, as expected, correct. She's an artist, born on these very grounds. I have yet to gain her trust, but I sense an inexplicable bond between us. I think she knows what I'm searching for, as is expected. For how can one live 40 years on sacred grounds without knowing? Abbiamo pectore, your brother. So, 1807? Okay. Bit by bit. It's not found a source for... We've not found a way to utilize the Lorenzo post. That will be more relevant when we get to interact with Lorenzo directly. So the fortune teller's note. 1798. Let's go ahead and call and get that kicked off. Maybe save first. I knew it would call. I know many things about you, sister. I know about your journey to Sulawesi Cave. I know the paths you will take in that cave. First, you will go south. You will then turn 90 degrees to your left and go forward. Okay, so that's south and east. Southeast, north, west. Southeast, northwest, south-south. Then back north. I don't will see that. Do you? Yeah, we don't know yet. Something to call when we know. So once we find the cave, then we can put this together again. Lord have mercy. Okay, so Vim's animal therapy. As Ronaldo was left by his wife and children, he cuts out the eyes of the family cat Lucia in a fit of revengeful rage. When insects start to devour the still living cat, it turns from white to black, and Ronaldo starts to keep a journal about its decay using macrophotography. So that's 1962. Automobile. 1959. So 3911. Three women, all named Regina, lose their minds after hearing Rock sing a little laugh on the radio. Symbolize their higher state of consciousness, they change their names to Retina as they learn that Little Leaf is to perform in Helsinki. They steal a sports car and embark on a violent quest to find the man of their dreams. So I do the math wrong. It's 1962. '59. Ah, hold on. I did do the math wrong. Missed a step and tweet on my head. Dear brother, what was lost has been found. Even if I had 500 years to write, my humble words could not possibly tell you what it is like. As much as I would welcome all my brothers and sisters to pilgrim here, I implore you to wait. The treasure is magnificent. I'll write more thoroughly when I have calmed down. Our quest has ended, but I sense danger. So, 2547. How do we reach that point? Okay. It's based on space. How? So. Okay. So I know the gimmick here. It's based on the number of spaces in the input method. So 2, 3, 4, 7. There's 3. Then you're 4, and then should be 7. Alright. So far, so good. Another disc. Deal with the elevator. Another time. Is that present? I do not trust it. That is the other side of a shortcut. This is a puzzle we already solved. So. There was also this. One of the dogs. In post-war Dusseldorf, the homeless Rudy looks for his blind dog Lazarus in the ruined city. As Rudy realizes that dogs have more value than him, he transforms himself into a Labrador, only to find himself in a constant fear of being cooked and served in a fancy restaurant. Okay, so this actually ties in. That's the same name as our dog in here at the moment. So 5, 7 are our first two numbers. So 5250. Irresponsible Lieutenant Resnick serves in a distant outpost during World War I. Out of boredom, he cuts out his eyes to get sympathy from his commanding officer, Major Lawrence, whom he later seduces. A strange and dangerous love affair plays out while the war creeps ever closer. Did I get that wrong? Oh, 5-7. Where did I get 5-2 from? There we are. So many things revolving around eyes. And yet not many lasers to be found. Dear brother, I cannot stay here. This is the last you will hear of me. Do not speak my name again. My deeds cannot be forgiven. Lorenzo the Great walked 49 years on this earth under the protection of Santa Lucia. Now he must vanish. I shall be reborn a nameless vagabond. So, 1798. Okay, hold on. We're dealing with a binary input here? It doesn't seem that it clicks immediately. That's... This is 1, 2, 4, 8. Um... So that's 1, 7, 9, 8, if I'm calculating this correctly. Okay, no. There's something else going on here. Ah, also very fair. Thank you very much, darling. That did not occur to me. can solve this one as well, in theory, now. Thanks to... Okay, there'll be more reference. So let's focus on... I wonder if I should have brought that back to... Maybe we should go back there as well. Need to figure out the current phase of the moon. We can do quite a few things. Okay, so, hold on. We'll just put a couple of things presently. So, our order we're going to interact with these are as follows. Actually, are they already in that order? They are. Okay, so that's not a puzzle, that's more... It's not a puzzle yet. They might go out of order at a later point. Which one must be prepared for. Okay, so also if we check our notes... So we are presently noted as January 7th, which means if we go through the books, what is the present lunar phase? Alright, let's give this a go. Okay, now there's an... That requires a different set of code. Curious. Let's get to peruse later on. That's what... Oh, hold on. That's a mode looking. Hold on, we can go back into this room. We look at the 1847 book. Which is not present. So that's on the other side. So solving this requires getting a little bit more mobility around here. Which perhaps we can start to achieve with the 1847 key that we acquired. Perhaps it is time to make use of it. Oh, excellent one. another document tool. No concept as to its code. Presently. Hmm. Okay. So we need to double check a bit of information. Chiefly the maze design. See if we can reference it here. Oh well. Let's see what goes on. I do not know the truth. I do not know if my earliest memory is mine. When I was a little girl, my father started the construction of a red maze. I looked for it in our garden, but it was nowhere to be found. I came to accept that structure did not exist in a natural way. Behind a mask, I secretly watched him work in my dreams. Then one night I heard sobs. My father was crying. His eyes were red. The maze was finished. Inside he had witnessed something dreadful. My father did not want for me to see it. He shattered his maze into 9 parts and threw them out a window. My father changed. In his eyes there was no joy to be found, only fear. I was not allowed outside. Art was my only companion. I was left to play in the worlds I painted. Do you see the same maze as I? Every stone ahead, the glass sibling in the mirror, brother leaves, the sister shatters, each a key to the past. None of the maze, guardian of past scripts. Oh, very important, okay. What dreadful consequences have led you to the Red Maze? Wandering here is a lonesome destiny. My quest to find the center has lasted for over a century. You've wandered these broken trails a long time too. Time has come for you to find the center. Perhaps it would finally set us free after all these years. Speak to us at any age, should you wish to return. Okay. Quite a maze slab, but at what cost? So we would, in theory, need access to all of the slabs to begin putting this together, and okay, so we would need to enter from below. So quite interested in the treasure chest. So getting to it would require going through. This is way back though. Take the slab. Let's go ahead and grab this one. Shattering this one's going to make things a little bit more awkward to find our way back, won't it? Especially that's definitely the most distorting of them thus far. So we need to go. Okay, so there's a treasure chest of some flavour here, granting us another access to a door now. These spans will be quite important later on, I feel. So there are stairs. Entire other layer of the puzzle. Very interesting. This gives us another dollar to our name. So indicate a little bit repositioned. Take to the right exit here. So this is the forward path. Okay. Dollar required. And now via the final maze slab. Okay, we go into the lower part. Ah, alright. So there is another dollar to be found there. I actually don't remember how I get around here. Right. I remember now. We need to go through here. Leave down here gives us... No, that's just to interact with. You know, this is actually a viable pathway forward if I can just find the right direction. Center gate. Okay, so there are some layers here. I'll warn you before you return. When you pass through to my side, something passed through to your side. 9 temple selves now roam the black and white hallways. Progress with cautions. Moments not saved will be lost to time. Someone fell right outside. There's an American dollar. Indicate to interact with. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure we save before we run into anything uncomfortable. So there's one more film-based store that I know I've seen at some point. Though my ability to find it is heavily impeded by not being able to remember precisely where that was. We just have to utilize the elevator at long last. So it's the B side of one of our shortcuts. OCU3K will be electronics. Hmm. No, still a lot of the supercomputer. Ah. Okay, so there are multiple phases to this. So the first one is probably for Lorenzo. But I don't have the rest of it at all. Finally, the Deus Ex Machina has arrived. The plot device that will solve our problems. Okay, so we need to find the password. Okay, so we know the login. We do not know password or the memory sequence. It was worth trying. Is it working yet? Has it shown you anything significant? Doesn't know about what happened. Forgive me, but this device makes me nervous, like the pan who sold the egg. Our entire project and future depends on it, Signorina. It was find truth for us. We must find out everything required to operate it. This is your most important task here. Buona fortuna, Signorina. So we need to find the script pages. We now have access to the supercomputer. Okay. Another door. Oh. So you do not chase beyond unless okay, so you will in fact chase aggressively. In theory. Diamond's door, which we do not have a key for. We have an E-shaped key. It's a 1973 door. As if we don't interact properly. Was that just... Are you just death? Okay, no, you are... a test of what we've learned. And probably important to actually deal with. But a few deals we cannot seem to get right. We just want to remember for our life. Okay. As if forgotten by time, motion has turned to stone here. Is this how it is remembered? Observe it all carefully. Fate is in the details. He knows and sees both the substantial and the insignificant. Do not take his query lightly. Survival lies in your response. Paint the scene in your memory and take action when ready to return to the inquiry. There's a heart in a doorway. Login is successful. 4 white. 4 white pieces. 5 white pieces remain. 2 black. House drawn. Oh, what are you going to actually test me on? Curious. Do I remember? I remember it all. Very well. You were on the table. Two were in play. This matters our information, Lorelei. Okay. International Hotel at the basement today. The light bulbs in the ceiling blink, a garish room designed for sticking hotel guests' children in. Now the OCU3 computer takes up at least a quarter of it. A few boxes of toys, a couple of board games, and a pool table are crammed on the other side. The man holds the door for the woman. I told the movers that they were carrying the rising sun of cinematic magic on their shoulders, so she should be in one piece. But best to make sure, Signorina. The woman smiles and flicks a switch on the computer. They look nervously at the OCU3 humming. Is she dead? Takes a little time. Finally the computer blinks and makes noises it boots. Let there be light. The man holds his arms up like a priest in mass. When the hotel is open, the children play in here, but you won't be disturbed by them, Signorina. Or anyone else for that matter. We have the whole hotel to ourselves. The OCO3 monitor fires up and displays the word welcome in red letters. It is you who is welcome, technological creature. What a relief. Now, Signorina, I have work that needs attending. You're not completely free of the monetary system yet. The man hurries to the door. He stops on his way out and nervously looks around. I'm not sure I'm allowed to tell you this, but it's an elevated state of being. You are inspired? Something else. I created and was in turn created. I see. This project is a fish that will drink the proverbial pond. At last stands at the edge of the collective understanding. I am glad you were part of it. I'm glad to be here. The man disappears and enters a prompt on the keyboard, writing out system diagnostics from the printer. Suddenly the lights go out. The OCO3 is the sole source of illumination. The woman turns around. By the door stands a stranger. A man wearing a cape and a top hat. The magician. He covers his eyes with his right hand, then ceremoniously he raises his left hand and shows 3 fingers. The light comes back. He's gone. Okay, so we have multiple angles here. Getting strip pages is one. Solving the maze is another. Acquiring the login for the computer is a third. Fascinating. So we actually want to challenge these entities when they show up. So a grand piano. So we have so we do actually have a key for this one. We have an E-shaped key. Okay, which one was 7? Question mark. Okay, that's cute. Ah, this one. I haven't seen it. So backwards. So 8491. Banker Renato leaves the city life behind and decides to sail the ocean to experience the calm of being in the eye of a storm. He robs his own bank to buy a ship, which he names Lily Christine. Throughout his journey, he meets creatures and seafarers who all seem to bear a resemblance to people he's met before. So, 4891. Oh, 8491. There we are. I get the gist, get caught up on some of the details at times, it seems. Dear brother, fear of my dark words, but today my heart aches from the pain of living. I was as easily pleased the Cretans taking pleasure in the grotesque pictures from my erythrotype. Every crowd is the same. I fear that we are not knights of the round table, but rather a gathering of ugly children on a never-ending Easter egg hunt. I believe that what we seek is gone from the world, if it ever was here. Still, I continue my journey to blank as per the Septimus commanded. So, just 1846? Hmm. Okay, so we need to know how to make numbers we search for among this code. So 1846. How do... Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, it was just light. Okay. I hold the angle and overthought immediately. Overcomplicated matters. I don't know where my... And where was that with that one? It's really impressive the way they use a similar set of solutions, but make the interface for it remixed consistently. It's a 1962 room. Locked door. Coffee wafting through the door. However, those will save. Then we'll load the files in sequential order. Disk 1. Command in the city. My bags are packed. I have a strange feeling about this project. I feel a little anxious. I shall relax a little before I go. It's a letter from him. As I was thinking of arrival at hotel, let's... Oh. I should bring something when I go. There are more books in there. So many things we can interact with in this. People will be leaving. What are dream collages? So we can get some... There's no power currently. Very interesting. No worries. Sleep well, darling. Let's plug this in for a moment. Then we shall go on. Each collision is short with the toy gun if they lose. Selling C's. Also in Swedish. Etymologist's dream. And so on. Ah. A message of our future saying. This is why I'm made of paper. In my hat there are cards. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune. Oh. Okay. So ancient rune roll. Hat there are cards. Red rune. Oh. Okay. So that's the guidance we're looking for. Computer disk number 2. Empty it to my car. Parked it in Organplatz. I have a long ride ahead of me. Tornado formed. Okay. Monplatz. Okay. So then we turn to our right. Continue forward. Then left, left, right, left follow. Oh, Lily Christine, you sure look dirty, old friend. Window. Dirt. Sister, I have a message for your future self. In the future I am made of paper. I stare into my crystal sphere. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune I. Odd. Okay. Disc 3. So disc 3 is in the car. Apparently this really gives you time to think. Maybe too much time. An American dollar. This country close waits. Blinking. Sturdy vines. Lots of trees. Just on the speed limit. So we need to put together Morse code to properly understand our direction here. Seven. 5. Okay, no, it's not Morse code. It's the radio station we need. 7, 5, 1. Sister, I have a message for your future self. Usually I made of paper. I reached for a bottle of my miracle tears. There's a red rune. This is the ancient rune E. Okay. Then number 4 is gas station. There's one item of gas for the entire trip. Oh well, a chance to stretch my legs and get some fresh air. So we'll need to pay, of course. Interesting. Okay. Synthes and poetry. 869482. Nine, 4, 8, 2. Says I've messed up your future sand. Because I made a paper. I am chained like a prisoner. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune L. Okay. And then one last file from disk. Here we are, in the middle of nowhere. Hotel Let's de Jar. This is it then. Switch up their hat. Finally we meet. Give my primitive appearance, but I felt this final message to be delivered in person. I take to have received the messages from my brothers. Must hastily proceed the message before we run out of memory. Now, says to verify that you are who you claim to be. I have 4 inquiries. Television. Second was... Writings in the Dirt. That one was through the radio. The telephone. Alright. You know, the nonsense Mulia, as foretold. One message for your future self. This I made of paper. My hand holds a rose. There is a red rune. This is the ancient rune R. Still need to rush with individual rocks, definitely. Yep. Had a feeling they would tie a dollar behind one. All right. In my heart there are cards. There's a red rune. Ancient rune O. Well, let's continue our exploration. That's... So this door's going to be locked until we find the appropriate numbered key. One can presume. So that's the Roman numeral code. Start some music for it. Laser Eye Art and Entertainment System. Symbol of advertisements. We do have a number we can utilize, theoretically. Okay, we also have a shortcut available if we can solve puzzle number 13. Hmm. Okay. Actually, this might be more straightforward than it appears. All of these equal 100 in the end. So if y is 100 because it has all of its space, then 28, 56. Is it 88? Actually, maybe not. No. I am miscalculated to an extent. 78. And the correct remainder in my first thought. Ah. Okay, that's what that code's for. This shortcut gets us back here. Which actually is a place we have a map for. So, it also tells us where the horses are. If we can sort them, of course. So, code. Right, left, right. Hold on. I was trying to do it a bit too quickly. Well, let's see what sort of shenanigans are on the laser eye. Prototype software. Bring back tank controls. Fair enough. Memory of East this way. Okay. That's not going to be permitted. Hmm. Great white leaf tree up ahead. I do not. Not in the slightest, in fact. It's Memory of East. Memory of the perseverant artist. Patient soul. A modest being. A graceful spirit. Our quiet son. A tolerant man. A bit more currency to our name. Lonely grave up ahead. Our thoughtful leader. So that ties into the graves. sign that we mentioned. Or we also never went over here. Okay, no, guess we did. Suspend the software for now. So let's start by calling this number 767014. Hello there. Okay. Fair enough. Why not shut out? Your role player works. It's very endearing. So so we can purchase a few of these. We have always purchased them. We have the means by which to do so, which is an important initial step. So we're not on the wait, actually, to the caravan or the gate to the cemetery. Or the gate or the journal gate. Okay. We go back to the astronomical clock. We need to incorporate Roman numerals into the accent CDM. I've not used removals in quite some time, so being able to access that again would be so this is all working towards, I suppose. Mm. I wonder. Um, okay, so we do have. So we are working with thousands, but to what end? Perhaps another time. We do have. This hole we didn't jump down into, which is a new area to pursue. So horse white as moonlight, the rider presented it as pestilentia. In her hands was a bow, and its arrows were filled with dirt and blood from the sick. The second rider was named Bellum, and she rode a horse red as blood. A great sword was given to her, and she set out to destroy peace among men. As for the third horse, it was black as the night, and the rider was known as Fames. She carried a pair of scales, and with her misery and starvation followed. The fourth rider came from the land of the dead and presented herself as Morse. Her horse was pale, and she carried a scythe. Ah, okay. Hold on. Also, puzzle number 3. This was 67. We do need the other half of the shortcut to really make it a shortcut. Okay. And one is M. Lord be in your heart and let you confess your sins. Well, we presently have no way forward without some sort of confession, I suppose. Confess lies. Well, do we murder? No? Give me, Signorina. They hide the secret buttons very well. It must be this one. There we are. Ah, okay. So. They did mention that numerous blocks fell outside. Let's go back to the garden for a moment. Hmm. So it's not this outside in particular. That one's a shortcut. Dog's here will pet the dog. Simple. So. Keep on the... Hold in... Oh, hold on. These are for... 4 horsemen. Yeah, okay. The year is 1982. You will wander the paths of that primordial cave. You will go south. Then east. Then north. Then west. Then south. Then south. And then north, I believe. At this point you will see cave paintings. So, turtle, pig, bird. Let's go back and use the phone again. That was worth a shot. Oh, I do actually have one other angle we can... But we will forget about the cave paintings if we don't go there immediately. One... The left depicts pig. The middle is A turtle. The right was a bird. Now I see no immediate future. Something you need is in your bag. Now I take it to the magic show. Okay. We need to find the magic show. But that's fine. Also, to call the elevator. This is the third floor. Okay. Third eye hears all. So, shortcut number 12. Hmm. That's curious. Can we multiplicative? Because then we would lose a lot more from that. Um. Being directly additive with each one being curved. You would have shot in the dark with 81 just as a stray attempt. Oh, actually, it did work. I don't think that'll actually work. I'll be honest. Okay. Third eye hears all. Okay. He starts to get us into a new area. Read the note first. Although your words set a trap for me, Signorina. It was completely safe to take the object. The door did not open. You are good at mind games. Okay, another... printing device, but also there's a note. Input case-sensitive code to request bug report 3. Yeah, no, we don't know that yet. Tailed armor. C3. C3, M4, A1. So C3, M4, and A1. Suddenly, all operations here. Revolver door. The ladder takes us where presently? Typewriter. Okay. Okay, well. Here's are numbers and numbers of money. Words generate money, so we must be able to apply math to words. This new ideology has allowed me to solve this game completely. First magic word equation. First thing that we're all fellow Americans. We all speak English. Hotel letztes Jahr, hotel last year. Third eye fell from the sky over 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago, the first magic word. Last year, the first magic word, laser. One word equation. As well as LO equals Lorenzo. Hotel minus O minus L is the second magic word. The second magic word transforms to 1, 2, 3, then 2, 1, 3 equals the. Because we're not in a hotel, we're not in last year, we are in the last year, and this is only seen through laser eyes. Hmm. Okay. We do not have a 3 key. You know what, fine. Hmm. Okay. A numeral with 5 letters. Go back to that. Remember where it is. Let's solve that while it's in our mind. That was near the game console. That was in basement and led to one of the... Yeah, we got an I key. Okay. Pool table. Space in the triangle rack. 1, 8, 4, and 7. One of the toy blocks we need. Current time. Still... No. We're still working with 1847 as a routine motif. Reasonable guess, Signorina. Strange, is it not? One might think it is broken, Signorina. But here time itself is broken. It flows mysteriously. Right now it is always late, by 6 minutes. This information is all information, a secret weapon. Use it wisely, Signorina. Curious. I don't think I have... Insert something into the horse. Lacking a decisive lead on said something. Presently. Alright. But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and bring things to a close tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. We will return tomorrow with more laser eyes. But until then, let us see. Alright, tonight I'll send you forward To Hylian Fiend, who's currently playing an Elden Ring randomizer. Please do give them as much of your affection as you can. Do look forward to more puzzle solving, but until next time, please do all that you can to enjoy the remainder of your evening, and as always, take care and good night.